Hi everyone. This is just a brief overview of the process that I went through with Starfish Family Services and the process of collecting donations and volunteering for them. This video also goes along with the slides that are located just below, so if you want to click on those, you can follow along as I'm speaking. The first slide is of myself and Cheryl Majeski, who is the volunteer coordinator at Starfish, and she was my contact with Starfish. After meeting with her, we decided that it would be best if I volunteered for a few things first, to better get to know the community of Inkster and also get to know Starfish and how they operated and executed a lot of these events. She also informed me that Starfish really relies heavily on donations and suggested this would be a good project for me to start. Volunteering would then kind of give me a sense of the types of donations that I could start collecting. The next slide shows some of the volunteer opportunities that were available to me. Starfish offers over a dozen different programs, everything from early childhood development and education to parenting classes. However, two programs that really stood out to me were the Inkster Family Literacy Movement and the Parent Empowerment Program, which I'll discuss a little bit further about in a few minutes. But again, volunteering was a way for me to get a better sense of what types of things I could start collecting for donations. Volunteering enabled me to bring the items that I did end up collecting to these events. So I was able to see firsthand who got what and how it impacted them. So it was a really cool and rewarding experience. The next slide talks about the Inkster Family Literacy Movement. This is a social change strategy designed to enhance the literacy skills of the entire community, starting with its youngest and most vulnerable population, its children. One of the goals of the Inkster Family Literacy Movement is to get 6,000 books into the hands of its Inkster youth. This is a way to really encourage reading and ensuring that future generations will not suffer with this literacy problem that we're facing. So after doing some volunteering with them, I knew that I wanted to collect as many children's books as I can and get them into the hands of this vulnerable population. The next slide discusses the Parent Empowerment Program. This is a series of monthly workshops and pep chats that help parents better understand their roles as their child's best teacher. Every month there's a different topic, and parents are taught different ways to incorporate these topics into everyday routines with their children. So it's really encouraging family members, parents especially, to be involved with their kids, and again ensuring that that younger population isn't so at risk. I volunteered for the February and March session. The March session was actually going to be about math and ways to incorporate math into everyday routines with kids. So one of the items that came across the table for a donation suggestion was mini pies. Mini pies would represent Pi Day, which happens to land on 3/14 because 3.14 is pi in math, and 3/14 was the day that the PEP session was actually going to be held on. So in honor of Pi Day and Math Day, mini pies would be a great way to get the parents involved and excited about math. So mini pie donations became my mission for this program. The next slide shows an upcoming event that kind of spontaneously occurred in the last few weeks at Starfish. They decided to put on a community baby shower, which is going to be great. It's going to be for expecting mothers and mothers of young children to come and receive different items and different information packets, all about kids and babies and pregnancy, and it's really exciting. It's a way for mothers to get their hands on some items that can be really expensive for babies. So I was asked to try and collect as many diapers as I can for this event. And I took it upon myself to create a flyer for this event that would invite the community members to donate diapers to Starfish as well. The next slide shows just some of the events that I volunteered for. The Inkster Family Literacy Movement Impact Awards, the Parent Empowerment Program PEP session, and the monthly book distribution. The next slide just kind of is a reflection of volunteering. I really enjoyed it. I got to know a lot of people, and I really got to see how these donations impacted them and how important they were to this agency and to the people. And I really noticed that everybody is like a big family at Starfish. They really care about each other and about the youth of the community, and they're really dedicated to making sure that the futures of the children aren't in jeopardy. So after volunteering for a few events, I got a sense of the types of items that I want to collect, and again, those were children's books, pies, and diapers. The next slide just kind of shows the process I went through of collecting some books. I was informed that there was going to be a mom-to-mom rummage type garage sale type event at a Dearborn Methodist Church. So I contacted the church to see if they would allow me to set up a booth that would invite patrons of the sale to purchase an extra book and donate it to Starfish. So this is just a few pictures of me making the signs for the event and setting up the booth and the event itself, and some of the books that were collected at that event. I ended up collecting 5 books full, so it was a very successful event. I also did collections at several Goodwills, and I had also personal contacts that provided books as well. So I've got my hands on a lot of books for this for the Inkster Family Literacy Movement. This next slide kind of goes over the process of trying to find pies for the PEP session. Again, originally I wanted to try and collect mini pies. We needed between 100 and 200 mini pies for the math pie session, math PEP session. So my first idea was to write solicitation letters to some of the bigger chain bakeries. Since we had such a big order, I figured some of the chain bakeries might be better places to start. So I was able to write a solicitation letter, which was really awesome. But unfortunately, I didn't hear any response from any of the chain bakeries. So I decided to start trying local bakeries and seeing if they would be able to help with this cause. So I took my search on the road and began asking local bakeries if they wanted to help, and a lot of them did, but they were just unable to fill such a big order. So after consulting with Cheryl Majeski, I decided that if we could find some place that would donate just a few regular sized pies, we could give them away as raffle prizes instead. And then they could take the person could take them home and enjoy them with the family. So that became kind of an easier way to find what we were looking for. The next slide, again, just kind of shows on the map here, the stars represent the bakeries that I tried to get donations from. And Heritage Bakery was in Livonia was just really helpful. They were one of the ones that told me to keep them in mind if they had a smaller order that we could fill. So I told them about the raffle prizes, and they went ahead and donated 4 pies for that of different flavors for the raffle. So it really worked out nicely. This is the last slide on the presentation, and this is just what I've collected so far in diapers for the upcoming baby shower, community baby shower event. So this is what I'm working on, and my flyer is also here, and this just invites the community to participate and bring diapers that they collect to Starfish. So that's my presentation. Thank you for checking it out.